Good evening, ladies and gents. We are here with an exciting race today. Here in the commentary booth, we've got me, Lone Star, and my co-commentator, Mr. Gold, watching our race between SpaceKat and ryukahr.
Yeah, pretty excited for this matchup. I have been keeping a close eye on their progress so far, so it should be exciting.
Yeah, it should be a great match. SpaceKat coming away with a super exciting victory over Foxen last week. I'm sure she's hoping to keep that streak going. Ryu, of course, sitting on top, hasn't lost a match yet, and I'm sure he's hoping to keep it that way. So, be fun to see how things go.
And everybody's getting readied up right now. Rio's got his drink, and got SpaceKatUniverse on the other side getting ready too. So pretty excited about how this matchup's gonna go. I'm sure
Ryu with the shades.
Yeah, Rio's getting some shades.
Flare
on
points.
Now. He's ready to chill and relax and be cool while he's. Oh, those shades got taken right off there.
Somebody needed to scream like the intro of like CSI.
Oh yeah. He's getting ready on here. But it should be an interesting matchup today. Looks like
we're going. So, like I mentioned before, we're looking at SpaceKat coming off that win last week, her first win of the season, which pretty exciting. A big win over Foxen. ryukahr, of course, has been killing it all season. These two runners, have a little spread in their average clears. Ryu with a 6.9, and then SpaceKat with a 4. But like I said, last week we saw anything can happen, and it'll be good to see how things go.
Yeah, and Ryu's trying to already climb up the side, and he's skipping that. He's not having it.
SpaceKat waiting on a P switch. Gotta love that. See where things go. Dodge some saws. And she's done with that.
Yeah, she's skipping too. It's out of there.
Ryu trying to see if he can find some cheese.
And Ryo's officially gotten his first checkpoint for the.
Yep. Checkpoint 1. Those checkpoints, they can be both of them with a checkpoint now. They can be a great thing. Oh, there we go. Ryu with the first clear. Moving quick. Those checkpoints can be a great thing. They can make you feel good about continuing, but at the same time, they make you question, how much is left? How much do I want to really invest into this? Well, of course, Ryu, easy call, just kept playing through it and got that clear in the first 2 minutes. That's what our runners like to see.
Yeah, it was a good thing that checkpoint wasn't at the end of the match or near close to the beginning. It was just right there. Keep still a sense of hope that the level is going to be either rather long or if there are plenty more checkpoints at the beginning. So you never really know how many checkpoints are in a level. But for that one, it was pretty self-explanatory that there was only one. So with another checkpoint by Ryu again, he's trucking along here while SpaceKat is still on.
Trying to slide through these dry bones.
Yeah, they're hectic, man.
Another bone to the face for SpaceKat. She's got to be thinking about skipping at this point. Decides to give it another go, though.
Finding his way around the level with that spiny helmet. But will he trade it out for the regular helmet? Nope, he keeps going.
He doesn't have to move any clumps. This is a big difference between some of our runners who, maybe have more average clears. SpaceKat with her first clear, 3.5 minutes in. one of the big differences, you know, is that you see people like the Beast, IPK, Ryu even has been. He kind of mentioned in his last match that it was something he'd been working on at just little curbs. You know, all these guys, they skip pretty quick. They skip pretty quickly after, you know, struggling with the level. And in our last match, SpaceKat, she said that she was employing a strategy to try and do better at not playing as long of levels. We'll have to see how she's doing with her, you know, trying not to stick with a level too long.
Yeah, usually in past runs, usually a runner would skip the level if the world record's meaning that the level is just too long to beat and it won't benefit their time that they have allotted to them. So I see both SpaceKat and Ryu are doing both the same thing, just checking the level to make sure that it's not too long of a level clear, so that they can get the most clears out of their time.
Yeah, yep, definitely. SpaceKat, like I said last week in her interview after her match, she said that she had been, you know, anything a minute and a half or longer. There's SpaceKat with the skip. She said anything a minute and a half or shorter, she was playing through, but she tried dropping that down to a minute and felt like that made the big difference. Ryu has had enough. He's out of there.
Yeah, he didn't look like he was enjoying that last bit there right before the end of the level. He just skipped right through that that
Yeah,
level.
Ryu taking a bite, always munching during his races.
So you got SpaceKat with 10 lives and Ryu with 14 lives. Ryu's really keeping those lives together well. And SpaceKat trying to navigate through this falling maze right here. It's always those levels that really, really hurt the life count. So she's got to be really
Yeah, those troll
careful.
blocks holding her in place, and she has to skip or wait through. Yeah, that'd be a skip for me too. I think that's the right decision for her.
Yeah, those kind of levels aren't really good for this kind of speed run because you don't really want to play a guessing game and waste too many lives because you have a 50% chance in order to pick the right area to go down. And if you choose wrong, that's one life gone already because of those Kaizo blocks at the top of the maze. So you want to make sure that
She didn't end up skipping after all. It looks like
she's kept with it. She wants to see if she can beat
she
it.
thought about it for a minute there. Yeah, it's hard. You know, these levels they can mislead you sometimes with really short records because somebody happened to guess the right door, the right pipe, or you know, whatever their first run through. But lots of times our runners don't find themselves in that same position.
And there's Ryu with the next clear. He's got 2 under his, and he's off to the next level. Still, SpaceKat's still trying to find out how to reach the goal point of this level. It's very interesting how it started out with a maze, and now it's just running on treadmills.
Yeah, gotta love running on treadmills. What a unique idea. And SpaceKat clutching it with clear number 2, tying things back up. This is a pretty low clear match so far. We're 7 minutes in, and only 2 clears for each runner. I'm sure that they're both keeping an eye on that timer and hoping that they can find some shorter levels.
And Ryu taking the fall after that, grabbing that key that those springs pushed him right into the lava there. So he's got to find a new way in order to grab that key without falling into the lava. And
SpaceKat with the skip.
she's really trying to maximize the amount of time that she can use in order to clear this level. So she's going to go ahead and skip again with a 2-minute world record. So we want to get that world record down by another minute, and it'll be a perfect, almost perfect level to play for a speedrun like this.
Ryu is still fighting with this this level. Finally makes it through that key door, and the end is in sight. There he is with clear number 3. SpaceKat still fighting with the RNG gods, hoping that she can find something that feels good to her.
And this will probably be the level since it's only a 40-second world record. She'll go ahead and start trying to navigate through this level, finding the doesn't seem too hard yet, but it can always surprise us at the end.
And Ryu on a 30-second speed run here, and these are really courses where he shines. Ryu has great reflexes on these speed runs.
SpaceKat's faced with a boss battle, but clears it right away, gets right into the door, and there's the checkpoint, keeping her safe for the rest of the level, so she keeps going back.
And Ryu with the clear number 3. Yeah, clear number 3. Shaking a little bit. Having camera troubles.
Now that'll actually be clear number 4 for
Ryu.
Ryu.
Clear number 4, yes.
As it updates. And another boss battle with SpaceKat. My gosh, they're just throwing everything.
But she clears him quick, right through the key door. Ryu trying to make sure his camera stays on his face for the fans, and SpaceKat sees the flagpole, happy to get rid of this level.
That'll be clear number 3 as well. Moving on with 2 lives added on to the end, so she's got 10 lives, which really puts her in a good position because she doesn't want to get down to 0 lives. She wants to stay above, anywhere above 0 lives, but doesn't want to game over. And Ryu still hanging on at 12 lives as well.
Yeah, we don't see too many game overs in this league, but we definitely have seen some in that -1 clear. Sometimes that's the difference between a loss and a victory. So always important for our runners to keep an eye on that life count. Both of these two doing a great job.
It can really make or break the competition. So if you guys are both at 5 clears and one person game, that other person's going to get the lead victory.
Yep. SpaceKat looking at some enemy vomit here.
Yeah, the question is, will she skip or she stay for the lives? Because I know she just filled up 3 lives right there, so it could really benefit the end goal.
It looks like she's gonna stick with it. I don't know if I'd be as brave with all those boos we were just seeing. Ryu moving quick through this snow level.
And there's the clear for Ryu. That's going to be his 5th clear in 3 minutes and 45 seconds.
Yeah, this is a kind of a slower match for Ryu. We're 3.5 minutes left. Just on his 5th clear. His average, of course, is at 6.9. Still time that he could pick up that number. And of course, there's still, it's anybody's game. SpaceKat could still pull this out. But time is starting to run short. She skips that level. She's had enough of that enemy vomit. Hot garbage.
Oh yeah, enough bullet bills right to the face and booze around her. She's way out of it. Now she's going into what I believe is a 30-second run, which so far doing so well. Maybe she can clear this in the first try.
Yeah, that would be great for narrowing that gap. Ryu with a skip. Kind of an interesting mechanic there with the double springs.
It's really a game of holding left or holding right and just
running
at the same. Yeah, jumping at the same time and making sure that you hit those POW blocks and those on and off blocks at the right moment.
Time's up. We didn't get to see the end there. Hopefully, it looks like she's gonna give it another go. Hopefully, the end was close. Ryu punching through this SMW level.
This time
SpaceKat red coins.
This time SpaceKat hits those springs as she's going down. Last time she missed, which may give her an extra advantage of finishing the level and seeing the end of the level this time. So hopefully we could see a clear for this one instead of a skip. Because I think a lot of people like to see this ending to a level.
Yeah, these speedrun matches are always, these speedrun levels are always fun to watch. One moment of poor reflexes can be the difference between winning and losing. And there she is with the clear number 4 for SpaceKat. Ryu still at 5. A one clear gap, not too wide This is really still anybody's game if she gets the right level here. Ryu with the
SpaceKat can,
YOLO.
yeah, SpaceKat can definitely get a level where all she has to do is hold right for 10 seconds. I've seen it in past runs where there's been levels where the world record is only 5 seconds and can easily jump on the flagpole and get that next clear. So, but it looks like we have a different level here. A lot
Still
of
gonna go for it.
block placement on that beginning, which is interesting. And Ryu goes for the skip. He is done with that level with 56 seconds to go.
Yeah, you know, sometimes we run into these levels that's a single trick, a single spring jump or shell jump or something, and a 10-second level if you can execute. And SpaceKat definitely knows how to do that.
SpaceKat's trying to think if this pipe here is going to let her into the goal area, but it doesn't look like.
Yeah, doesn't look like she's able to get through there. 30 seconds left.
Could this pipe be the one that leads her to victory? Gives her the 5th clear. Oh.
Rough. 20 seconds, and you know, if SpaceKat finds her way, we could be looking at a overtime situation.
And Ryu is just jumping out into the void right there as he's scrolling down to his death. He's still trying to figure out how to conquer this level. Seems like he's pretty
That's our
impressed.
match. SpaceKat unable to get through the right blue pipe. So we end round 1 with 5 clears for Ryu, 4 clears for SpaceKat. Great run. Way to go, SpaceKat, for keeping that close.
Ryu was very concentrated throughout this entire match, which gave him the 5 clears, and didn't have as many harder levels as SpaceKat got. That Boo level, I'm telling you, with all those those enemies during that one level for SpaceKat, really got her. But
yeah,
he
Ryu
pulls ahead.
clearing this level for Flare. And Ryu tells us that his BitDo Pro is permanently vibrating. So if there are any fans who know how to turn that off, Ryu's looking for help here.
Just imagine trying to play this this tournament with a constant vibrating in your hand. I bet his hands feel like mush now.
Yeah, for sure. Ryu says he's turned off vibrate, and it's still vibrating. Not sure what to do to stop things here. The fans have some ideas, but none of them seem like... one fan says you have to pull the battery out. Looks like Ryu might just be giving in and switching controllers here. Ryu giving in, switching to his Pro controller.
Rio's not going to stand for that controller, so yeah, he's going to switch to his other controller so it's more comfortable. He's definitely not going to play this next match with a vibrating controller. Yeah, it'd just be too much on the hands and too much distraction to keep on going. So
yeah, here we are about to start. Ryu with the sip.
Let's go.
And we're off.
Here we go. Now Ryu just starts out with a boss level, apparently, as per the title. So this should be interesting. And he goes ahead and skips it anyways. He doesn't really want to go ahead and fight with bosses this time. He just wants to...
SpaceKat starts with what looks like a 60-second speed run. Takes a death on those piranha plants, but she's ready to keep rolling with it. Now Ryu, of course, fighting to keep his lead. He wants to sweep this race so that he can make sure that he stays ahead of IPK in our Division B.
SpaceKat goes ahead and swings right into the spike. An unfortunate loss, but still going on this level. I don't see a skip yet.
And it's hard, it's hard not knowing how hard the level is or how tight the timer is when you see that 60-second speed run. You want to stick with it, and sometimes it pays off and sometimes it doesn't.
Ryu sees the ending goal, but it's blocked by a bunch of blocks, so he's going to have to fight Bowser. And let's see, this key door takes him right to the clear.
Yeah, and there Ryu is with the first clear. This is a little bit more characteristic for him, clearing in the first minute and a half. And SpaceKat with the skip.
I'm a winner. Let's go.
Ryu always snacking for the fans. Oh, SpaceKat just narrowly missing that edge, and she's had enough skip.
Now Ryu is part of one of those levels where you can't touch the ground, and this can make it or break it for somebody. This is usually, but Ryu wants to try it out and see if he can manage his way through. But and he gets the
And
clear
there's
from
the
that.
clear,
Wow.
yeah. SpaceKat still trying to plead with the RNG gods to give her something to work with.
SpaceKat's going to go into the next level, and it's a 1 minute and 3 second world record. So she's going to try it out, see if she can get through. This is one of the golden levels. It's around 1 minute and 3 seconds. So that's kind of what they're shooting. Is a low world record clear rate.
Ryu has to kill 52 Goombas.
SpaceKat gets the checkpoint, which is still one of those things that can really make a speedrunner feel comfortable about playing a level. After they get a checkpoint, they know they're going to start there. But
And
she's going to
Ryu with
skip.
the clear. Didn't even want to bother with that door. Didn't want to risk being trolled. So clear number 3 for Ryu.
Ryu's just sailing through here.
Yeah, definitely more at the kind of pace that we normally see him at. SpaceKat still struggling to find something that feels right. Lots of dragons in the chat here. Fun to see so many fans out here cheering on their racers. We've got a lot of dragons. We've got some cats in the chat cheering for SpaceKat. Oh, and crushed by those thwomps. That hurts. SpaceKat hoping to finally hit that first clear of this round. Oh, and she killed the thwomp. Oh, but yeah, killed the thwomp that she needed to get across that gap. And Ryu with another clear number 4. Just over 5 minutes in with 4 clears. Ryu's got to be feeling good. He's at a great pace. Don't want to jinx anything, but at a great pace to beat his record, and potentially even could be eyeing that league record.
SpaceKat still knocking out this level. She's very confident in her skills to get past the level that she's at currently. The title says follow the coins, but I'm not really sure if that's a lie or if she's just trying to find an optimized route throughout this level.
Well, we're hoping that if she can make it, making it through this parachute swamp. Hopefully, and there she is with the end in sight.
And her first clear. Wow, her first clear. She's put a lot of work into getting her first clear, but with 3 lives addition onto that, she's back up to 10 lives, which will really help her out as she goes.
Yeah, and we still have 9 minutes left. This is, despite Ryu having such a strong start, this could be anybody's game. SpaceKat could find the right levels, and she could definitely take it back. Ryu could, use those skills and stick with a longer level. You just never know at this point. As long as SpaceKat can keep, skipping the right levels and playing through the ones that she feels like she can clear quickly, still potential for a great match here. Oh.
Not sure if this is an auto level or a hold right level, but very interesting level indeed to start out with.
Yeah.
This could possibly just give SpaceKat another clear, just zoning in on Ryu's lead.
Yeah, Ryu with the skip. And almost skips it and then decides to start it over. SpaceKat really punching through this, and the end is in sight, and there she is with clear number 2.
Ryu skips that because honestly, it looked kind of difficult on Ryu's end. Ryu didn't know how to traverse that, but he wasn't going to take any more time out of his lead so far to figure out how to do that. So he was just going to skip it and move on to the next level.
We got chat calling you out here, Mr. Gold, saying Ryu instead of Ryu.
Hey, I never said I could speak well, but you know what? My intentions are true.
I think he's doing great, guys. And actually, welcome to Mr. Gold. This is his first commentation in this league, so we're really happy to have him here.
Thank you very much. It's a very good time to be here. Very nervous. I'm feeling a little shaky, but I've done commentary before, but especially this one because I've been watching for a while, so it's very interesting and very fun to be a part of the commentation now.
Yeah, long-time viewer, first-time caller.
Oh yeah, it's very very crazy.
6 minutes left. We've got that 2 clear gap, still holding strong between these two. Somebody in chat says, Mr. Gold, you need to stop mispronouncing Ryan Carr's name. I think now they've got to troll you. And SpaceKat with her next clear, looking great. Narrowing that gap. That's what she's looking for. Narrow that gap. Ryu really slowed down a little bit in the back half of this, but definitely, like I said earlier, it could be anybody's match here.
SpaceKat's still trying to find that level that she's comfortable with. She doesn't spend too much time on skipping levels, but also doesn't spend too much time on a level she can't complete. With a 5-minute world record, it looks as she's going to continue to level and see if she can partake in getting her 4th clear to catch up.
Yeah. Ryu sees a checkpoint. Hit by that fireball.
It sees this in chat that Ryukahr's new nickname is going to be Wii U Car. So
ryukahr. What a tribute to such a popular system. Space Cat. Losing a life to that skewer.
she's still progressing through this level, which is pretty impressive, even though it has that long world record. She's going to try to keep completing it if she and hopefully she can get close to that goal. But
Ryu, clear number 5 and hydrating. Water, not a sponsor. Keep hydrated, people out there watching these races.
Let's go.
Ryu moving on to his 6th level. And we're going to see, he's not even going to look. Oh, he is looking. He's looking at a 51-second world record, so he's going to progress through the level, keep on going.
Space Cat with a clear. Narrowing that gap back to 1, cleared between the two of them.
She's not letting go. She's not letting him get more than 2 clears ahead now. She wants to keep a really tight game going on.
Yeah, you know, all of our runners are great at that. Even when they're having a rough match, nobody ever gives up. They all fight to the end. Do their best to keep these matches exciting.
Ryu just got bombarded by cannonballs, but still getting that second check, so you can just tell that the level is going to be a little bit lengthy.
Yeah, Space Cat skips that level, looking for something a little bit shorter.
We're gonna have a lot of boss fights today. Ryu just died to a cannon while in the middle of a boss fight with Boom Boom, so he's gonna try to steal the key from him, and hopefully on the other side of that locked door is the goal that he needs.
Yeah, this is the part that's, you know, so hard to know that if he's got to be thinking the end's in sight here, and so he'll probably keep on going. Gets the key, hoping to see a clear through this door. Space Cat zooming through this level.
Space Cat gets to have fun with POWs today as she moves to this POW level.
Through the key block. And Ryu with the clear. Widening that gap a little bit more. 2 clears between the two of them. Oh, and Space Cat
Let's go.
getting trolled. Oh, okay. The pipe's got a POW she can take back with her here.
Space Cat entering Mario Kart mode as she takes the checkpoint and is now driving super quick across the stage. But she just lost and can't keep up. But can she recover herself is the question.
Timer is a little bit tight, but it looks like there's definitely still hope. She's great at platforming, and she takes the death there. Ryukahr's level is called "What Is This?" That always is encouraging, and gets a star. Little known fact: a star actually gives you, lets you run through a level much faster than you could without one. Gives you a little speed boost. Oh.
Clear was right there, but missed it.
That hurts. Space Cat still trying to get through this cart part.
Space Cat's still losing that grip on that car.
20 seconds left, and Ryu with clear number 7. Right there, right around his average. Space Cat right around her average. And it looks like this match is gonna go to ryukahr. Yes, to those in chat, we always play best of 3 because we're playing for points. So you get 1 point per clear. If you win the match, you get a bonus point. 1 point per win, and then if you win the match, you get a bonus point. So Ryu here already with 3 points. Space Cat still has the opportunity to get an extra point. Ryu, of course, wanting to sweep so that he can keep that lead over IPK.
And what an easy clear for Ryu, even though the timer is done. Ryu still wanted to finish off this one level with an easy clear, easy POW block or P-switch jump into the flagpole. So he's going to switch to the new game. We're going to get ready for the next round.
Yeah, that's Ryu always with the flare. That one's for the fans. And getting ready to go.
We can always see the experience and the dedication that these runners have towards the game by how they have improved since the beginning of their runs. So you can see how they've done a good job at the beginning of them, and then they have changed significantly, have done even better as we're watching them today. So it's always a good, impressive watch whenever we see that.
Yeah, you know, always striving for improvement. Last week after his match, Ryu said that he was really getting in the groove of trying to skip more frequently, and that was making a big difference in play for him. You know, he's performed strong through the whole league, but yeah, these guys always trying to improve. SpaceKat very focused, almost like it's a picture instead of a webcam here. The fans are pointing this out.
Yeah, she hasn't moved a muscle.
Hasn't moved a muscle for 30 minutes now.
People saying she's having a staring contest to the infinity, and she's winning.
Yeah, nobody can stop her with that concentration. Ryu with the spring, and he's been trolled. That's a skip, but he just laughs it off.
SpaceKat stuck with Monty Mole and some some piranha plants too.
Some para fireballs. Narrowly dodges that one out, then takes a hit.
And Rio skips that level because he's not dealing at all with the rising lava in that level. So he's gonna take the skip and head to the next one.
SpaceKat had enough of these hammer bros, stopping to boo the level and skip.
Taking time out of her run to boo the level and then skip. Sometimes you have to do the community justice by taking time out of your day.
Yeah,
boo.
Doesn't want to leave any other runners with that level. SpaceKat with another skip. Ryu with a first clear of this round.
1 second shy of the world record of that level, actually.
The fans asking, what does the fox say? You'd have to ask him. I've heard different things.
Ryu enters a level with a 16-second world record, but can he better than 16 seconds is the question.
And you always run into that question, you know, is this, yeah, he thinks about skipping, decides, you know what, I'll give it another shot. You always have to ask yourself, is there a dev door that's gotten that record, or is the level actually that short?
You can never really tell until
no tight timer on this level, so it's hard to say.
Ryu trying to use the shell to hit that on-off switch again, seeing if he had to. But he's going to go ahead and skip the level.
Yeah.
Because he's done with vertical levels for right now.
Done racing lava.
SpaceKat having to deal with flames.
Low gravity flames, you gotta love that.
Just floating there and wasting a little bit of time. And
Ryu hits clear number 2. SpaceKat hoping she's near the end. She hits that spike. Looks like she might keep going on this level. Ryu happy to be done with his second level. Trying to set a good pace here.
Ryu with 2 clears, but at the same time has the same amount of lives as SpaceKat, so it's possible that he can drop all the way down and game over, and SpaceKat can only have a 1 clear lead to worry about.
True. Probably, I mean, with Ryu, we probably won't see that, but anything's possible. And tries for the YOLO, skips it. SpaceKat trying to dodge these Hammer Bros.
And we're into a boss battle.
Boom boom fight.
Yeah, so this could be the end. Anything could be behind that locked door. That's the thing about Mario Maker, is that anybody could put anything behind that lock. So do we have a clear? No, we do not yet.
Oh, and takes the death.
She'll have to reevaluate what she has to do right after that boom boom to make sure that she doesn't fall to that again.
Yeah, you know, she's sunk a lot of time on this level. I think some of our other runners would definitely be thinking about a skip at this point. Ryu with clear number 3.
Getting himself back up to 9 lives as well. He was down to 6, but got 3 1-ups during that playthrough. He's gonna bump himself back up to 9, taking the lead in lives and also taking the lead still in clears. And
man,
this back.
This 0G Boom Boom battle seems really straightforward.
She's gonna go ahead and
take
take
a different route this time, and finds clear.
Straight down the pipe, and luckily she had that mushroom.
Good thing she had that mushroom, yeah.
Yeah, all over again.
Ryu knows what he needs to do now. Gonna try this level again.
SpaceKat getting that high score, getting that world record for that level as well.
Oh, trolled by the parachute thwomp, and Ryu says, "Why? Why did they do this?"
Searching for any cheese that he could possibly get to avoid this parachute thwomp. He's not going to let it troll him anymore.
Trying to decide, does he go for the YOLO? And he does. Ooh, big jump he's got to make here. Build momentum. Makes that jump. Makes another one. Great reaction on Ryu here. Oh.
And as you say that, he falls. And
SpaceKat goes... spin jump there.
SpaceKat again goes for the pause, boo, and then skip instead of just skipping. She was done with that level.
Oh, Ryu hoping he can move these swamps, but he can't. Still gets through the door, and SpaceKat with another skip. Being tested on all his Kaizo work, Ryu with the P-switch jump to clear number 4. Oh,
meanwhile, SpaceKat gets
trolled by those on-off switches.
And both of our runners today are getting trolled by by thwomps left and right.
Wow. Oh, and it gets her again.
Decides she doesn't want to get trolled anymore. So she goes ahead and skips
enough.
Ryu taking a hot sweet bath in that poison.
Another skip for SpaceKat, hoping that the RNG gods can show her some love. Give her some levels to tie this back up. It's a P-switch jump level.
Seems to be knocking it out of the water so far. Don't want to go ahead and knock on wood and not jinx anything, but so far so well. As well as Ryu, that poison's raising pretty fast. He's going to keep going or else he's going to get trapped underneath it.
SpaceKat stuck in this very monotonous P-switch jumping level. But, like you said, knocking it out of the park.
Ryu decides he's enough with poison. He's done with trying to outrun the poison, so he's going to go ahead and skip to the next one.
And SpaceKat gets all the P-switches, makes it to the end of the level for clear number 2.
That
Ryu
P-switch level was very interesting because it was pretty much the same jumps over and over again for all 44 P-switches.
And dangerous, you know, you have to hit all of those perfectly. One mistake and you start back at the beginning. Worth it if you can execute in your first time like SpaceKat did, but having to run through that several times would be painful. SpaceKat seeing if she can cheese her way through these thwomps. And then decides to go the intended way underneath.
SpaceKat hoping that that door doesn't mean anything, just running through all the way to the...
And the time runs out. Tight timer on this level.
Might have to readjust the thinking there and try the door, but I'm pretty sure she can get it this time. Just...
Ryu down to 3 lives. Really getting maybe a little bit in danger of that game over. He's probably keeping a close eye on what levels he decides to play through here. SpaceKat. Oh! Checkpoint within inches. Clear within inches and gets hit in the head by a thwomp.
Ryu mindlessly running through a bunch of treadmills, and he decides he wants to skip that.
2 seconds left. He saves his life. He saves himself a life by skipping right before it ends.
He's not going down easily.
SpaceKat knows where the end is, and she gets it. Clear number 3. Very close here now. Ryu with 3 lives left. SpaceKat still holding strong. This match is definitely not over yet.
Anything can happen in 3 minutes and 25 seconds, so. SpaceKat gets herself back up to 8 lives, which will help her out, where Ryu is still at 3. So it's anybody's game.
And we know that SpaceKat, she knows how to clutch out these hard moments. Like I said last week, her victory over Foxen, he pretty high up in the standings. SpaceKat at the bottom of our B division, but she was able to make that win. Under pressure, she performs well.
And she gets that 4th clear, which is
tying things up.
She's officially caught up to Ryu, and so now we have 2 minutes and 36 seconds left. Anybody could possibly win, and if she gets another level as easy as the last one, she could pull the lead.
Yeah. Ryu, of course, hoping she doesn't, wants to keep that lead over IPK. And sees the end in sight.
But can he get to it without dying? That's the question.
And he does. Clear number 5 for Ryu. SpaceKat ran that thwomp all the way to the end to find nothing of help.
SpaceKat has to collect 245 coins in order to pass this level. I'm surprised she stuck with the level. Usually
these high coin collects, yeah.
They're pretty risky.
Going back to see if she missed anything. Then back on the thwomp. She's got plenty of time on the level timer, a little less time on the clock. Ooh.
It's a good thing that SpaceKat didn't have to do a thwomp side jump off of that thwomp. Would have made it very difficult to complete the level.
Yeah, now trying to get on top of that and a skip. SpaceKat hoping that she can catch back up to Ryu, take us into sudden death overtime. 1 minute left. And another skip for SpaceKat.
Ryu getting trolled by by that bullet bill launcher.
He says no thank you, I don't want to play troll level. Not the format. SpaceKat just pleading to find something. And this might be a 10-second spin challenge. And she lost her clear condition there. If she can pull this off, though. If she found if she could find a level that would give her a chance to take this into sudden death, she's found it. And she clears. SpaceKat clears to tie it up 5-5 with 6 seconds. It looks like we're going into sudden death. Way to go, SpaceKat, keeping this close.
Ryu, even though the timer's done, is still trying to find out how to complete this level because he's just that curious. He has no idea, and he goes for the skip.
And of course, here in overtime, the next clear wins the match. So he'd invested a little time, wanted to see where things would go. Both of them trying to find that right level. SpaceKat, not new to running from thwomps. This is like the second or third level of this race that she's had to run under a bunch of thwomps.
She just dodges that bullet bill too.
Ryu, of course, watching his lives. If he got that game over and dropped down to 0, this would be SpaceKat's match.
Oh, and Ryu getting flooded.
Oh, Ryu sees the end, and there it is. And that is the match, ladies and gents. That was a great match between Ryu and SpaceKat. We'll see if we can get either of them in for a quick interview before we move into our next match. Thanks so much to all those here supporting. We have 3 more races tonight.
You guys were a good group today. You guys really cheered on the
2
people
more.
that...
I apologize. 2 more races tonight. Yes, you guys were great. We love having our fans here cheering on those runners that you love. Ryu spinning a drumstick. SpaceKat finishing out that level for the flare.
And there's the hug from Tammy.
And it looks like we are going to get Ryu in for interviews. We'll see on SpaceKat.
Hello.
Hey, Ryu, can you hear us?
Yo, what up?
Hey, great match.
Thank you, thank you.
It seemed like yeah, GG's to both of you. SpaceKat did a great job there, keeping it tight.
Yeah, it seemed like she tied it up at the last second, and then it was raining heck on me with that level, and I was, it was a moment where I had to decide, do I want to keep trying, or, the world record was really short, so I assumed it was almost over.
You had to really watch out for those lives too. You had 3 lives left, and how did you feel when you got through that you hit that P switch and you got past those blocks, and all those guys just started raining on you?
Felt pretty bad, man, and I had to skip a level or 2 that I normally wouldn't have. I just skipped it because I had such low lives. There was that Yoshi one that was probably like one trick. It could have been. Expert is like that sometimes, but I couldn't afford the lives. So yeah, a little bit scary.
Well, and you were super smart on that treadmill race level. You saw that it was almost over, that you only had 2 seconds left, and instead of losing the life, you went for the skip. Very, very smart move.
Yeah, thank you. I'm not sure what that was. It looked like I might have been able to go over the top, but I don't know.
Hey, and we got SpaceKat here. GG, SpaceKat.
Sorry, it keeps cutting. Like my OBS and my internet keep cutting. So
no.
That's why the screen went blank.
No worries. Hey, great match. You did a great job of keeping it close, especially in rounds 1 and 3. That was awesome.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Now
that was nuts.
Yeah, I can't believe I got a 1-shot level. It was like 2 screens wide at the end for that last one.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah.
You know, how'd you feel, SpaceKat, coming into this match? You know, knowing Ryu's at the top of the bracket. Last week, you came off that big win with Foxen.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like, I was going to clear 2 levels and Ryu was going to be blowing me out of the water with like, 7, 8, 9, or 10 levels. And I think we were pretty close the entire time for every race.
Yeah,
except
you
the
were.
second one. Second one I caught back up and I was like behind by 1, but he had 4 clears by the time I had 0. So
Yeah, that definitely great races from both of you. We're so glad to have you. You had lots of fans cheering you on.
yeah, that was awesome. GG Ryu.
Yeah, GG. It was actually fun. We hung out at TwitchCon like all weekend, and we were like, we're friends now, but tomorrow we're enemies.
Now we're friends again.
Now we can be friends again. So.
Now I guess we're allowed to, yeah.
But yeah, GG's. It was fun. Thank y'all for watching, and
And Ryu, congrats on the sweep. You can keep your lead another week over IPK.
thank you.
And I think we're about ready to jump into our next match. Thanks so much for taking the time to interview.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us. See
Yeah,
you
have a
next
good one,
time.
guys. GG's.